Hello, I'm Gavin Scott from the Santa Monica Airport to Park Foundation, reminding you to fill in a survey by Wednesday, October the 16th about the future of the airport. There was a survey some months ago which created hundreds of suggestions for what should be done with the land, from turning it into a building site to bringing back corporate jets, and many more wonderful suggestions about making it a place with hiking trails and grassy spaces for kids to play and forests and water features. And in this survey, you get to pick the ones you like, which is really important, because the more people who say they want to park on this land, the more chances there are of there being the sort of park you want. When some years ago a vote was passed in Measure LC to say that when the airport closes down on December 31st, 2028, it must become a park, there was a rider that it must become a park unless everyone in the city votes and says, no, we don't want a park. And the problem with some of the suggestions that have come up is that it would prevent it turning back into the park that it was designed to be. And if that happens, there'd have to be an expensive vote across the city, which nobody really wants, except the people who want to keep it as an airport or build houses there instead of giving it as a park. So this is down to you right now in the next week, not just for you, but for every kid in Santa Monica, every parent, every grandparent, and also all the generations to come who will really appreciate the grassy space we now have the chance to give them. And if we fail at this crucial moment, they won't get. So please fill in the survey. And now I'm going to go through it with you to see where some of the tricky bits are so that it's as smooth a process as possible. Okay, let's go. So we begin with the introductory page, and you can just skip along by pressing the yellow button. And then you can ignore most of this because I've already told you it, except that it says it'll take 25 minutes. I think it could be done in 15. Press next, which is again more introductory stuff. Scroll down to the bottom and press next. Okay, this is the facts about you that they want. I'll fill mine in because you can't move on until you have filled your things in. Fill that in, press next. Okay, now we reach what I think is the first tricky bit, but it's manageable. There are a total of 74 possibilities for the use of the park, and you must pick 15 of them. No more than 15, and no less than 15. So what I'm going to suggest you do is that you skim through the whole thing and you, on a piece of paper, write down the ones you like the idea of, and then go back and tick them up to the number of 15. I should point out that there are some here which will prevent this from being a park. They're against Measure LC. They'll require a citywide vote, and unless you don't want a park here, I wouldn't vote for one of them. And the good thing is they're highlighted in yellow. You see this one? If you wanted a community hub in the park, a cafe, that's yellow, and that means if you vote for that, then in effect the park starts being built on and we have to have a vote about it. There you are, clean tech incubator space. So let's assume you haven't voted for those. You've just voted for the things that you like, but which are consistent with it being a park. You get down to the bottom and then you click next, and we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed I've got the right number. Yes, good. Okay, so I got the right number, and it now brings you to the next question. Of the selections you made, how would you rank the importance of these choices to the future of the Santa Monica Airport site? I've got to move them over. So I think I've sort of successfully done that. Pressing next. Okay, from the same list of potential future uses, which are the ones you'd least likely to see? Now, again, you've got to choose 5 of these, and this is hard because there's a lot of them. So I suggest you go through and you do the same exercise, because there's 74 choices to make from here, and make a list before filling this in. So I'll leave it at that. There's a few more pages to fill in which require moving sliders about and ticking boxes, but I think you'll be able to cope with that perfectly well. The important thing is to fill in the survey and to get everybody you know to fill in the survey too, because there are plenty of people who are filling it in such a way that we don't let the park. And it's not just for the present generation of kids, grown-ups, adults, grandparents, it's for future generations, because if we lose this potential green space, we will never get it back. It will always be houses or factory buildings or whatever. So this is your chance for today's generation and coming generations. Don't miss it. Fill in the survey. Thank you.